What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here. It is still Thursday afternoon. Had a great walk here, and the reason why I wanted to make this video is someone posed a question to me. I was going to wait until the midnight run tomorrow to answer it, but why not? Because it is recent news. As you guys heard, the New York has actually filed a civil lawsuit against Donald Trump for over evaluating properties. People want to know what the great one thinks. I'm more than happy to really answer this question because it's not really so much as a political question whatsoever. I can actually set politics all to the side there on this, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So, setting all politics to the side, this case will go absolutely positively nowhere. For a number of reasons. Number one, the example that she made as far was Donald Trump's apartment being evaluated at $327 million. And she stated that no apartment in New York City would ever go for that amount. Now, her evaluation was based upon square footage, which is kind of ridiculous there, because square footage doesn't always tell the actual cost of the property. What she's going by is that this apartment is worth such and such because of the square footage. Now, my home is a Clayton mobile home. It's 1,000 square feet, okay? But 1,000 square feet, 2-bedroom apartment would go for almost $5,000 a month in New York. That's basically 12 months of payments there if I was still paying on this home all into one. So obviously square footage doesn't mean anything. Okay, that's for starters. Number two, you also have to consider Donald Trump's apartment's location. Now, that is some prime real estate that he's at. Not only that, his apartment is above a building with a number of amenities. So that also has to factor in. But the biggest thing that actually has to factor in is this. If anyone's ever seen Donald Trump's apartment, it's layered in 24 karat gold and Venetian marble and stuff like that. Not counting the furniture here, because you can't count the furniture in the evaluation of the apartment, but you can count the type of structure that's involved with it. Those walls are lined in 24 karat gold and marble, okay? Literally speaking there. I mean, it could be like a couple $1,000,000 for a wall there. We're not talking just sheetrock and spackle there. So, I mean, that all has to actually play in, not just square footage there, because the reference she's making is that, well, if a apartment is 11,000 square feet, that means it's automatically worth same amount there. Okay, it really isn't there, But even with that being said, it's not Donald Trump's job in order to do appraisals here. If a bank is going to provide a loan for anyone, whether it's Donald Trump's apartment for millions of dollars or even a loan for me for my mobile home, the one thing they're going to do is the bank is going to automatically do their own appraisal there, okay, before they hand out millions of dollars. So, Donald Trump may have some sort of control over, he can go and say that his apartment is $327 million, but it's up to the bank to decide whether that apartment is $300 million. If they decide that it's worth $300 million or $1 billion, then that's their business there. You know why? Because they're the ones that are going to be giving out the loan. Okay? And then there's a couple of other, and that's going to be the same as far as with any other properties there that Donald Trump owns or anyone else is there. Okay? There would have to be a massive conspiracy between him and a number of major banks to where he's taken a loan out there, So here, the thing about it is there's actually really no case, to be honest with you. I'm not even sure why this type of lawsuit was put in place. And not only that, there's the only people that it's going to harm is actually the banks technically. But at the same time, it's going to be the banks that do the appraisal anyway before giving out the loan. again, if the bank thinks that his apartment is worth $327 million, then that's their business here. Me personally, the great one doesn't like his walls adorned with gold or anything like that. That's just not my thing. That's not my shit. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real and telling it to you like it is here, okay? And, you know, regardless as far as politics are concerned, business is business. The great one knows business. And one thing, and I do repeat, one thing that is very clear, Donald Trump cannot control really what the bank appraises something for and how much money that's going to be given. Because if they give him a loan, then it's reasonable to say that they've made an appraisal and they've made the loan based upon the determination of their appraisal. Okay? Quite simple here, people. So as far as everything else is going on in Donald Trump's life, it's going to be what it's going to be, okay? But, you know, in terms of bringing a civil lawsuit such as this, it's just kind of ridiculous in my opinion. And it doesn't really make much sense here, you know. Because Donald Trump simply can't deceive the bank into giving a loan because the bank is going to actually check out the property or not. And whether it's reasonable to say it's worth it or not, you know, that's the bank's decision. It's not Donald Trump's decision. It's not the attorney general's decision or anything like that, you know. If the bank wants to give me $300 million for my single wide mobile home, that's not a crime or anything. You know, if the bank wants to give me money for this home, I'll definitely take that $300 million loan. Just, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, the only risk I'd have is losing this mobile home or so forth, you know. You see how that works, people, you know? But other than that, that's all I got to say on this subject right now. Like and subscribe to the Vince Goodrum channel. Click the link below. Peace and soul.